Okay, we're going to continue. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Digital Nomads World weekly lecture. I am Becky, and I will be the host today, where we're going to talk about why co-working spaces are great and for digital nomads and the future of remote work. So today I'm going to be talking with Carlos Gonçalves, the CEO and founder of the most award-winning co-working space in Portugal, Avila Spaces. Welcome, Carlos. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me here. It's always a pleasure, Becky.
Yes, and it's great to see you again. I know I've interviewed you before on my podcast, The School of Travels, and so very happy
Yes.
to have you again. So, can you first start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Carlos. I'm the founder and CEO of Avila Spaces, as you said. And I've been in this business for about 18 years. So we started Avila Spaces as a traditional office center. At that time, the word and the concept co-working didn't exist at all. And yeah, I have a fantastic team working with me. We are about 10 people. We have two locations here in Lisbon, one in Avenida da República and other in a shopping mall. It's a brand new location in Saldanha, in Lisbon city center. And yeah, very happy to share our experience with you, with our listeners. And yeah, and we face lots of challenges now. I remember when we had our podcast, we were in a kind of confinement. The things changed since then, and yeah, now we are very happy and very motivated to face the new challenges.
Yeah, it's nice to get back to a sense of normalcy in co-working spaces and offices, right? No more masks inside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we are living a kind of normal life here.
That's great to hear. So
Yeah.
Carlos, what got you into the office space, which then later became the co-working space? How did you get into this type of business?
I was a consultant, and at that time, I decided to create my own business. So I always thought about being an entrepreneur. I think I'm even when I worked in other companies, I tried to be an entrepreneur in those companies. So in in uh, there's a time when I decided to create my company, and the market in 2004, so 18 years ago, in office space was, in my opinion, didn't respond to the company's needs. So we try to offer turnkey solutions for companies, and we try to be a kind of boutique hotel for companies. The market at that time was very small. Um, the spaces were not cozy, in my opinion, and we thought that we had there a big opportunity to start a new concept in the office space market in Portugal.
I have to say, like, I have been to your co-working space myself, and I do think it's one of the coziest places that I've been to work. So let's talk about the idea of it being
Thank you.
cozy a little bit. Why do you think people should go to a co-working space instead of working from home? Because I guess some people think, oh, my house is really comfortable, but why would you say they should go to a co-working space?
There are many reasons, Becky. I understand that for many people, working from home is good. There are many people that feel that many people that are productive working from home, and many people need to give assistance for their family. But for most of the people working from home, it's not a good idea because they are isolated. They don't have professional conditions to work. If someone needs a meeting room to make a presentation, to meet with a potential client, they don't have these conditions at home. In a co-working space, people look for comfortable space to work, and also they look for a professional setting to do their work. And being around people, it's very important because then you have networking opportunities, then you have business opportunities, partnership opportunities, and yeah, we are social animals, like someone said, and yeah, we need a comfortable space. Sometimes we don't have ergonomic conditions to work from home. Sometimes we don't have a good internet connection working from home, and we need people. Sometimes we need to be surrounded by people to feel good and to make business and to socialize. And there are the main reasons I think people should work from a co-working space.
Now, why do you think they should go to a co-working space versus, for example, a cafe?
Yeah, the first reason is the noise.
The noise, yes.
Yeah, the second reason is the internet connection. The third reason is the sense of ownership. Am I correct, Becky? The sense of ownership. So if you belong to a co-working space, you take part of a community. If you work from a cafe, you probably know the barman, you probably know the employees of the cafe, but you don't know the other people. So belonging to a community is, for me, it's very important, not only because of the social side, but also mainly because of the professional advantages that you take from belonging to a community. We organize events, we organize business events, corporate events. We also organize sports events, and through these events, people have opportunity to know other people, and this is good for our business, and it's also good for our life.
Yeah, I found, for example, like you guys have a running club where you meet once a week, and I don't know how far you run, but that's I've always found those to be great ways to connect, and also more casual ways to connect, because when you're in that professional setting, it's a different kind of connection than being able to see the same, let's say, colleagues outside of work, right?
Absolutely, because the serendipity and sometimes the partnership opportunities and the business opportunities occurs when we are drinking a coffee, or when you are in a outdoor event, in a sports event, for example.
And yeah, you have to like run together, get through something hard together, which may not happen the same way at the co-working space. And drinking.
and drinking a beer afterwards.
Yes. Ultimate bonding.
We just run 5 kilometers, so this is not a hard run, and we have some people in the community that also walk. So we have Avila runners and Avila walkers, and we are after during the pandemic, these activities stopped, and we are restarting all these events. But it's very interesting when people it's very interesting to realize that people decide to talk and to socialize in this kind of events when sometimes they don't have opportunity to socialize and to talk here in the co-working space because they are focused in their business, they are focused in their tasks. So having an happy hour, we have happy hours every Friday at 6 p.m. and being in a surf event, in a surf class that like we organized some months ago on a running event. It's a great opportunity to meet people and also to make business.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I've also seen you guys do golfing and you have like a paddle event. And I think there's a difference here because I've seen different types of co-working spaces where you have only the co-working space or co-working plus these opportunities. And those types of co-working like Avila are my favorite because it gives you a whole range of ways to connect as a digital nomad and find your community, like you said.
Absolutely, Becky. And in my opinion, co-working space is not only a place, an open space of chairs and tables and a coffee machine. Is more than that. In my opinion, it doesn't make sense to manage a co-working space without creating events and without creating a sense of community. Because people need that. Otherwise, people would work from a cafe or would work from home, which is for free. So it makes all sense to create these dynamics within our community, and also create tools to promote the relationships and the networking within our members. We create a kind of private social network called Avila Connects, and it's a kind of private LinkedIn, where the members, they have a profile with description of what they do, what's the company they have or they belong, and also the contacts. And we have also a marketplace where we have several services that could be useful for our members, like a gym, where we have special discounts, an accountant, a lawyer, or a travel agency. So for us, it's very important not only provides physical networking events, but also create opportunities to people contact online, because we have members like you, for example, that you are not here every time. So you can contact to other members.
Yeah, well, I've never seen this anywhere else, but at your co-working space, you actually have a touch screen panel with pictures of all these different members that have signed up to this interior Avila Connect system. And I can just touch the person and see their contact details. And like you said, contact them even if they're not in the space at the moment. I think that's a brilliant idea for many co-working spaces to take on.
Yeah, and I think it's a good idea. It's very useful. We got inspiration from other co-working spaces, I have to say. Mainly WeWork. They do, as you know,
they've got the app. They've got everything. Yeah,
they've
got a lot of solutions there.
Yeah, and we got inspiration from them, and we create our own app focused on our culture and our needs. Try to personalize the settings as we value the personalized service here in Avila Spaces. So
okay, I want to talk a little bit about where you are in this. I know you're in the new space. Yeah. Can you tell me when you opened your second location and how it's unique in Lisbon?
Yeah, Becky, we opened in, the official opening was in February, beginning of February. And we have been, we had a kind of soft opening since mid-December, January. Yeah, because of COVID, because of confinement, we were not ready at that time to, yeah, to make an official open. And for us, it was a great challenge, as we are in a shopping mall, and in the area that you see in my back, I'm in a meeting room, in our glass room, and it used to be a store here. So we are in a we occupy a 600 square meters area in a shopping mall. It used to be an open space of stores, and we have to adapt this space. For us, it was very challenging because it was the first co-working space in a shopping mall in Portugal. There are some experiences in the United States, namely, other in Europe, but in Portugal it was the first experience. We are the first co-working space in a shopping mall, and yeah, we have to adapt all the infrastructure. And after 5 months since the time we started this project, 5-6 months, we are very happy with the results. And
I have to
we have a very
say,
good
it was
feedback.
great.
Yeah, thank you.
Great to see it. It was, I did visit, and I love this idea, which you shared with me before, actually, about like how all those other stores are at the mall. So just like a lot of people do with their old offices they would go to before they became remote, they can do a lot of things at the mall and get some things done while they're also at the co-working space.
Yes, the concept is called Work City. Actually, I heard this concept about 10 years ago in Florida, in a place near Boca Raton called Avila Spaces. And that time, I heard this work city concept. So it's a place where you can do everything during the day. So you have a gym, if you have a laundry, and if you want to make some shopping or buy a book or buy some IT stuff, you have everything in one place, even many options of restaurants. So if you organize a meeting, you don't have to go outside, and you can do everything inside of the shopping mall. So it's very convenient for many companies, and yeah, it saves time. And time is probably the most valuable thing that we have nowadays. And having the opportunity to have all those providers that are our partners and give discounts to our members, it's yeah, it's very important for us, and it's a good selling point as well.
Yeah, that's really great. And have you received some feedback from people that have already been going there? Are
Sorry,
you
Becky?
are you seeing like are you getting good feedback from people visiting this new space? Are you seeing more people coming?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's also good for the shopping mall because during the pandemic, the traffic decreased, obviously, and having a co-working space in the shopping mall, it's very important for the shopping mall management because it attracts people. And yeah, people come to work here, but they also have opportunity to go to other stores. So it's a win-win situation for us. the idea is also to create a community inside the shopping mall. The shopping mall, it's called Atrium Saldanha. And now we are about to create the Atrium community because we have inside the building, we have opportunities to link the companies and the stores that work here. And the experience that we have here with our members, we can apply to other companies that work here in this building, because we have offices in upstairs, and we have in the basement. We have stores. So the idea is to create events, to create initiatives in order to create networking opportunities for the tenants of the building.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I really see this to be possibly a successful future model in a lot of places. Like you said, you're the first in Portugal, but yeah, it makes me think of just in general, the future of remote work. Where do you see this remote work movement going now that we're kind of getting out of the pandemic? Do you see more people signing up for your spaces, or where do you think all this is going?
Absolutely. And I think the pandemic create a boost in this movement. And we had about 10% of foreign people before the pandemic. And now we have about 90% of foreign people and 10% Portuguese. And we see more and more remote workers and digital nomads coming. We have fantastic conditions in Portugal, as you know. Cost of life is very balanced. We have a very nice weather, fantastic food, fantastic wine. We have also a startup ecosystem making the first steps in Portugal. And during the pandemic, many people decided to come to Portugal because, yeah, Portugal is a small country. I think we managed very well the situation, the pandemic situation. And yeah, many people found Portugal at that time. So for us, it was an opportunity to attract remote workers from everywhere, not only from Europe, but also from America, from Asia. And yeah, we have members from many places here at Avila. And this is a trend that is growing.
Yeah. Do you think that more local Portuguese people will start to work remotely? It's interesting that you have so many people right now. 90% are not Portuguese in the co-working space.
Yeah.
Your co-working space.
Yeah. So we see foreign people as remote workers, but we also see we are seeing many Portuguese people, mainly young people, working remotely, not only from Portugal, but from other space. So it's an international trend. The other, you know that during the pandemic, many companies decided to adopt an hybrid model because people realized that they could work from home, they could work from everywhere, and many people decided to close their offices and to work 100% remotely. And probably this situation, this new working model, made people also change their mindsets and try to work remotely. Yeah, in one hand, it was the situation of it's the trend of working remotely, and the other hand, it's the situation of the companies that decides to close their office and motivate their employees to work remotely.
Yeah, maybe they saw a better productivity when the workers worked from home, for example.
Absolutely.
I did have a question for you, Carlos, that we received from the audience. So they're asking, what makes Avila special or different from other workspaces?
In my opinion, we are comfortable. We try to create comfortable spaces, comfortable environments. We also try to invest in technology. Good internet connection is essential nowadays. People are using more and more video conferences, so we have a very good internet connection, and we also invested in video conference systems. So we have several meeting rooms equipped with video conference system that support Zoom, Skype, Teams, all included in the price. Mm-hmm. And we are, I think we are very cost effective.
You do offer a lot. You get, I have to say, like, I get a lot more when I go to Avila than a lot of the other co-working spaces, which shall not be named in Lisbon.
I think we have nice coffee. People used to say that we have very good coffee, and we have free fruits. We have free beer, not only
that's pretty unique.
If you want to drink a beer during a lunch, you can do it for free. We have happy hour every Friday with beer, sangria, and everybody is welcome. And you would try to offer a good service and welcome our members, our customers, as we welcome our friends at home. This is our mindsets.
All right. Yeah. Cozy, comfortable, like you said. Really an emphasis on that. Okay. I have another question for you. How do you see the future of traditional offices, or do you believe that all companies will transition to remote work?
I think the traditional office will remain as as companies need privacy. Many companies need to have their own space in order to maintain their culture. So depending on the company, depending on the employees, companies will decide to be more or less hybrid. But the traditional office will remain, in my opinion, for many companies. And the difference is, in my opinion, is that the design of the office will be different. The companies are modifying their layouts in order to create collaborative rooms, in order to create comfortable space, in order to create privacy to their employees. So in my opinion, companies will be more and more focused on well-being. And I think most of the companies, they are inspired by some co-working spaces, as for us is very important.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you everyone else for joining. If you want to find out more about Carlos's co-working space, Avila, you can head over to their website for Avila Spaces. And I'd like you all to join me again next week at 5 p.m. UK time, where I will be speaking with Naaman from Safety Wing to talk about insurance for digital nomads. So make sure to join us again at 5 p.m. Thank you again and see you next week. And thank
you,
you,
Becky.
Carlos.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, can't wait to see you again.
You too.